Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know what time it is where you are, but right now it is time for more insight. This is insight you can trust because there is more where it came from. I'm your host, Chris Moore. Make sure you follow, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you share with a friend. Make sure that you're getting the word out that more insight is growing day by day. And the only reason why we're growing is because people like you continue to support. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. But today, I have a special guest with me. Today, I'm proud to be joined by Mallory Torres, who is a defensive back for the LA Legends and the WNFC. She's known for her intensity on the field and her commitment to pushing women's football forward. But beyond the pads, beyond the plays, there's a story of purpose, resilience, and vision. And we're going to dive into who Mallory is right now, what fuels her, and where she's headed next. Mallory, welcome to More Insight. How are you?
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. I'm doing well.
Absolutely. Let's jump right into it. If somebody stopped you right now and said, "Who is Mallory Torres?" What's the first thing that you're going to tell them?
I'd say a leader.
Mm, I like it.
Mhm.
I like it. Now, because you play football, and let me just put
Mhm.
emphasis on this. You don't play football. You're actually playing tackle football. I want everybody to know that. Um,
Yes.
pads, hits, it is real out there. When you tell
Yes, it is.
people that you play professional football, what are some of the things that they said to you?
Um, the biggest thing for me is the facial expressions. It's the what really like 11 full pads. I'm like, yes, everything you guys do is the same thing. You know,
Hmm.
it's the intensity of it. Sad to say the injuries that come with it.
Yeah.
The resiliency that comes with it and the hard work that has to come with it. It surprises a lot of people.
Hey, I am one of those. I've had the honor and the pleasure of talking to a few females who are in the league over the last few months, and I'm actually very intrigued. So I cannot wait until the next season comes because I'm pulling up to a couple of games because I want to
Okay,
support.
that's right.
So that brings me to this question here. How do you feel about the evolution of women's sports? Do you feel like you all are finally starting to get recognition, finally starting to get respected in your particular sport?
I feel like it is growing. I feel like there is a lot coming though also. I feel like we're there. We're there, we're known. I feel like it could be more to be honest. I'll be completely honest on that one. It's getting recognized and it's starting to be respected. Um a lot of people have a hard time believing it. A lot of people have a hard time respecting it, especially um older generations that are not used to it. But with this flag football growing and now women's tackle football is growing even more. I mean, like I said, it's been on years, a very long time, but no one really ever heard about it.
And the great thing about you all sport, um, Commissioner OJ, she's doing her thing. She's doing everything possible to help grow the league. I actually saw that you all were on ESPN this year for the championship game, so it is growing. But like you said, I could definitely see where there's some areas where it could grow. So definitely, much kudos to you all, and I definitely want to encourage you to keep on going, keep pushing. I know it's not easy, but let me ask you this. What's your why of playing football? What is your why?
My biggest thing, my why is something to believe. It's something to give others to believe in. Um, I feel like I am very I like to try different things out. I was a basketball player, football player, baseball player. I like people to know you can do it, especially younger generation girls. When I was playing football, there was no girls in my league. I was the only one out there. Same with baseball. There was probably one or two. Basketball, obviously, that's a different situation. There was girls teams, but
All right.
I loved playing co-ed. So for me, it's just girls can do it. My why is to keep pushing that and to keep showing boys because I coach boys, and it's to show them too, like you guys can do it, we can do it. And there are a lot of boys out there that are afraid to play. I ran into a lot of youth boys that are very timid, afraid to play, and I let them know, hey, there's no pressure in it, but there's also that if I can do something, we got younger girls out here doing it, and you don't have to feel pressured. You can do it on your own level. You can do it the way you want to do it. Even if it's just them playing flag football. So my why is to just inspire. That's my biggest thing, is to inspire everybody, not just girls, also boys.
I love that. Um, what is the reaction of the guys when you're actually coaching them? Because I'm pretty sure some guys are like, "You're a girl, you're a lady, you're a woman. What do you know?"
I've luckily have not ran into that. I show up. I show up and I give the respect. I expect the respect back. So I'm kind of at that level of, I'm here to teach you. I'm here to make you grow. Especially at the level that I'm at, a lot of kids show up, never played football before. I don't want nobody hurt. I want to teach the basics. It's not just about winning. It's about showing you can do it. Especially at that level. When it comes to my high school boys, it's more of a competition for them. They're like, well, okay, if coach can do this, I'm gonna figure it out. So I love being that inspiration for even them. I've gotten a lot of respect from the boys that I've coached.
What I love most is that this new generation, or even the next generation, or however you want to say it, um, what they see is starting to be the norm. Can you talk to me more about how this new generation is accepting of women in sports?
Um, I feel like they don't see it, or also aren't being taught to see it as something lower than each other. The
Yes,
biggest thing is there are a lot of parents out there now, especially, moms and dads. I see a lot of dads coaching specifically girls football. Um, they push for it. And that's what I like to see. That's what I think is different. I think the biggest thing is them showing, like, you guys are at the same level. It should be respected at the same level, especially when it comes to pay. It's the same type of injuries, it's the same type of hard work that has to get put in. Um, so I'm not one to compare my physicality towards a man, same age but bigger. But it's still the same sport is where I'm coming with it. So
absolutely.
yeah, a lot of times it's more of what are they being taught now is what's changing.
What's the biggest type of pressure that you may feel at this stage in your life? Football field, personally, what's that biggest pressure do you feel right now? And how do you even deal with the pressure?
I think the pressure, oof, that's a good one. Pressure wise, I don't really feel it in a way of from other people. If anything, it's more pushing. The pressure I feel is pushing myself to do it. Keeping up with what I need to do, what I need to be this athlete, to be this type of athlete, to be elite. I got to put in the work, I got to put in the time, and I got to put in the money. Um we don't have the same recovery, we don't have the same money input coming in when it comes to paying to play. That's where it comes. And if I want to be that elite athlete, I want to get to that level. I got to pay out of my own pocket to be at that level. I got to do different things for that. So really the pressure is just keeping up with it on different levels of payment, recovery, age, and when did we start? I started playing tackle football about 3 years ago. It'll be my fourth season coming up. Um so the body is different. The pressure of it, keeping up with it is different. Keeping up with the full-time job is just different. So that's the biggest pressure I think is just on my personal side of things.
And pressure is something that you have to handle well, because your
Mm-hmm.
position is one of the most pressurized positions on the field. I think
Yes.
between quarterback and defensive back, those are the two most confident, ego type positions that are on the football field. So let's
Yes.
talk about you as a defensive back. What makes that position so different? And why do you play DB?
It makes it different because in the end you're one on one. In the end it's you and the receiver. So who's the stronger person is what it comes to. Who's the better player? Who's more into it is what I would say. Who's more elite, I guess you can say, in a way of who's been putting the work in,
Yeah.
you know. So for me, I'm gonna be completely honest, DB was not a first choice. It was more I can do it. I have the speed for it. I have the knowledge for it. When it came to my coach choosing the kind of figuring me out between receiver and DB, it just came to speed and resiliency. And also just having that football mentality. You got to be able to read the receiver and run the route exactly as them. So my choice to stay as DB, my choice to be a DB is just I want to be the better person. That's what it comes to.
That's what it comes down to. You're exactly right. Uh, I have to ask, you have a nickname, the Maverick. Where did Maverick come from?
Maverick came from a couple of buddies of mine before I became a LA legend in the WNFC. I came with the
There you
name,
go.
but the name came from before me just being, as in a way, Maverick is looked at as bad. You know, you're the villain in the story. But when it comes to my personality, different. But when I'm an athlete, you have to be cocky. You have to just
Absolutely.
know you're better. You have to be that person that's just, I'm going to show out, even if you don't have to, type of situation. Um, so the Maverick came from that. Showing up to the legends, it was just, hey, that's me. That's how I am as an athlete. And then in the background personality, I could be as nice as ever. But I got to be the Maverick. Maverick came with it.
I love it. I love it. Let me ask you this. Well, we're going to transition real quick. This is going to be
Hmm.
3-on-3. These are questions. You give me your 3 answers. I listen. I promise you, I do not judge. I may make assessments, but I'm not going to judge you. All right. Give me 3 of your favorite football players. It could be male or female.
It could be male or female. That's a good one. You got me. You got me. Wait, okay.
I tell you what,
Favorite
we'll do it
football
like this.
players.
If you want, we can do 3 favorite females and then 3 males. Let's do it like that.
3 favorite male football players. I'd say Josh Allen, CeeDee Lamb, and I'd say the third is a hard one. But it's giving me Max Crosby.
Now, wait, I got to pause. You gave me 3 players and none of them are defensive backs.
No.
That's all good. It's all
And
good.
yeah, there's a reason behind some of it. I'm about mentality a lot of the times.
I like it.
Um, what I see is what I know. If I'm not really seeing you know, what is your thoughts? Because if I were to pick a DB off the bat, there's a lot of them I would choose. Bland from the Cowboys, you know,
Yeah.
Sauce Gardner, um,
Yeah.
Diggs, also Cowboys. So I have the DBs, but I don't. I'm a mentality type of player. I want to know. I
I
want
like it.
someone to push me with that mental capability. So that's where I'm at. And
Give
they're
me
just
your
dogs.
they are for sure.
3 female. Ooh, Jasmine Gamble, LA Legends. That's
Okay.
one. Ty Rugby, LA Legends.
There you go.
And my
Team
third.
player.
Ooh, my third. I'm not really good at names when it comes to them. I'm not gonna lie about that one.
Do you know the number?
I'm trying to think in between a few people. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna stay with my team on this one because they not only have the mental capability, but they have the resiliency and they have the loyalty.
Mhm.
And that's who I know. So my third would probably be Mariah Lopez,
I love it.
also
I
LA
love it.
Legends.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 3 songs you have to have on your playlist before a game.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to look on that one. Um, I I'm not really big on specific music or songs. I'm a beat person.
Okay.
So I get hyped. 50 Cent, I could go by artist. 50 Cent, Lil Wayne,
Let's do that. Okay.
and the third, I'd have to say Kendrick.
Okay.
Just
I felt
those three
I felt a
artists.
Kendrick vibe from you. I just felt it from.
Yeah, I go by
All
those
right.
ones.
Okay. And you're in LA, so give me three of your favorite. Let's do three of your favorite meals.
Meals. I'm very loyal to the city. I got a mom and pop shop called Burger Zone right here down the street from me. Best burgers
Okay.
ever. Anytime I come back from a trip, I get a burger. Um, I'd say the second would be there's a Mariscos place also in Almani. That's the
Hmm.
city that I'm from. So I go off that. I am big on agua chiles. So that would be from the Mariscos place.
Okay.
Um, and then sushi.
So when I'm in LA, I know who to get my wife over to.
Oh
She is a
yeah.
sushi. So yeah, definitely that. So
Mm-hmm.
great list. Um, After everything that we went through, I don't have any assessments. It all makes sense. So excellent job on 3 for 3. Excellent job. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Want to ask you this. What advice would you have for young women who are trying to get into football? What advice would you give them?
My biggest advice would say to not give up. Um, a lot of these I have seen in youth football specifically at every game I've almost seen about one female in the team. And it just gives a big smile to my face. Especially when they're elite. That's the biggest thing. So my biggest thing for them is don't take nothing from anyone. Don't don't take criticism to the heart when it comes to outside noise. Don't matter what nobody says. It matters what you feel. Matters what the people who are closest to you. If you got the support, push for it. So that'd be my biggest advice because it's hard to play football as a female. It's hard to get the respect as a female. In general, in certain situations, being a football athlete, if you're gonna go out there, you play your game, and that's the biggest thing. Play your game.
Absolutely, absolutely. Another question I wanted to ask you. Two more, and we'll get on out of here. Um, what are your expectations for the next season for WNFC?
For the league specific, correct? Not me. You're talking about league specific.
You.
You, okay. For me specifically, my expectations is to grow. Um, grow as an athlete and grow as not only that as a female athlete. I want to get more. I want to become the athlete that I talk about. I want to become that elite athlete for the WNFC and let them know, like, well, Maverick's here, been here, and here to stay. So that's where I'm pushing for this season.
And to close this out, I call this "Give Me More." What from this day forward? What do you want more of in your life? And it could be professionally, it could be personally, it could be football wise, whatever you want more of.
What I want more of recognition. That'd be the biggest thing. Is recognition.
Do you feel that you're working hard enough to get that recognition?
I feel like there's always more work to be put, no matter what. Doesn't matter if I feel like I'm there at that level. I feel like there's always more work, and it never ends.
I overstand that. I overstand that. Um, Maverick, I'm gonna call you Maverick.
And
Maverick, thank you so much for joining me on More Insight today. We definitely look forward to what you bring to the LA Legends in the WNFC next season. I feel like y'all gonna make some noise because you named
mhm.
quite a few teammates, and it feels like you're on a personal journey as well to become even better. So look out for the LA Legends next season, y'all. And Mav, I promise you, we're gonna circle back around and we're gonna talk about this again. Okay?
I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good
Absolutely,
one.
absolutely.